So how do you feel about, there's not too much confirmed knowledge on a lot that's going on with the crisis. It doesn't seem very transparent in Germany. Do you feel like the news is giving you the right numbers for refugees? Do you feel like that you have a lot of knowledge on what's going on right now?
I pretty much know that I know nothing. If you look at the numbers they give you in the media, they vary from, I think, 500,000 to now 1.5 million. That would be in our country. If you look at the official numbers, how many people claimed asylum, it's under 500,000, which means there must be at least another 500,000 people in that country who did not claim asylum, so who are just somewhere floating within that system. So nobody really knows about how many refugees there are. And at the same time, I can tell one case I experienced personally. They told us 2 days before the refugees arrived that there would be refugees coming, and at the beginning they talked about families from Syria and maximum 500 people. Well, at the end was mostly men, around 1,000 people, not from Syria.
Have you seen much assimilation with the refugees, assimilating into German culture, getting jobs, learning the language?
Well, getting jobs is a very interesting thing. Our politicians like to say that we need to integrate them by giving them jobs. What they now created is even more over the last year, are the so-called €1 jobs, which is pretty much just modern slavery. So you earn €1 an hour, you work a full-time job and make 160 euros a month, and the rest you need to live is paid by the government. So they created a bunch of new €1 jobs to put refugees in there. When you had 5 years ago, you hired a 16-year-old student for, let's say, carrying around the tires for a car company from the storage to the place for €60 or €70 or €50. You just now hire a refugee for €1 an hour. You can do that all day long. Now, thanks to the refugee crisis, the government promised at the end of last year that they will do something and that they would actually deport people. Everybody assuming that they would talk about refugees, but out of my experience with my fiancé and of other people I heard in the area talking about it, it's actually just people who integrated to an extent here, and they just got their visa denied. And people don't realize they're not talking about refugees or so-called refugees. They're talking about people who work, who live here, who have their homes here, who have their families here.
Why do you think they're doing this? Why are they trying to kick out the people that are contributing to the German life, the German economy, and keeping the people that are a drain on it?
Well, there could be many reasons behind it. One right now I would actually say is like one of the most obvious reasons, that it's easier to deport the people who pay for it themselves. It's easier to deport those people, and it's it fits more into the political correct agenda that they deport those people instead of the refugees or other immigrants, because there we have a lot of forces in Germany who would get mad about that, like the so-called Antifa, so that the certain people cannot get deported. And well, the government wants to do something because the elections are next year, so they want to give the population a feeling that they're doing something about the crisis, but this way would be too hard, so they're just going the easiest way that they could find, which means deporting somebody, but somebody who would actually do something for the country.
Thanks for watching. Don't miss my show Stand Off by clicking here to become a member.